we are supposed to synthesize in this one an amide, okay, from benzene. So we don't have any other reaction going on benzene. That's a good thing, okay? So which means that everything is happening where bromine is, okay? So let's look at this. And when you see this, you see that you're actually adding one carbon here, and then there's the nitrogen here. So we can presume, okay, here, let me write this on the side, that maybe there was an amide there to begin with, which then I can reduce. And how do I get an amide? I can get an amide from an acid. And how do I get an acid? I can get that from bromine. Okay, so that should not be a problem so much, because I can do Grignard, okay, over here. So I can get an acid from there. Then I can do the reduction, and that reduction is going to give me my amine. And that amine then I have to convert to amide. So that is kind of like I started in the middle with my thought process, and then I went up and down a little bit. There is no one way of thinking. We try to teach you all different processes that are possible. So retrosynthesis is one of them. And so I was trying to go forward and backward with this one all at the same time. Okay. So in any case, that is my thought process. So to go from bromine to form an acid, okay, you will need to go ahead and do a Grignard on this one. So Mg, so that will give you MgBr, and then of course we will go ahead, let me go ahead on this side. So then we will add carbon dioxide, okay, to this, and H3O plus. That should give us our carboxylic acid. Okay, so that's where we are. From the acid we can form an amide, so ammonia. And in this case, on our amine, we actually don't have hydrogens, right? We have one methyl group, and then the other part is the amide. So we have one methyl group here, so which means that this ammonia is not going to work. Okay, so it means that I need to actually have CH3 and H2. We need to have a primary amine here in order to form this amide. And so then this is what we form. Okay, so now I can go ahead and get rid of my carbonyl, because this is going to be easy to do at this point, because after that I have to make my amide. Okay, so I don't want to delay that. All right, so once I have this, now I have my amine, and now I need to form an amide. So I already have my amine. This is kind of like doing this reaction, but in a reverse way. So I formed an amide, but my starting material was an acid, but now I'm forming an amide, and my starting material is an amine. Okay, so now I'm actually going a little bit different. So now what do I need to add? I need to add CH3, CO, Cl, and acyl chloride in order to form that amide, okay, in there. So this hydrogen is going to go away, and that is how I'm going to get my amide, okay, on there. So that's the nitrogen. The hydrogen is gone. That methyl group is still there. And now here is the amide. Okay, so this is what happens. So again, it's not a tough synthesis. It's just a matter of trying to figure out how to form all of these functional groups at different points, how to add carbons, and then of course treating the functional groups one way or another. Now, one of the mistakes that I see a lot, okay, that happens, and I don't want you to do this at any point. I'm going to write this on this side, okay, because obviously I run out of room all the time. And so it's a very common mistake to do this. So you want to do a substitution on the benzene ring so you can get a cyano group on there. Once you have a nitrile, then you want to do hydrolysis on this one to give you benzoic acid, but this reaction is not possible. You cannot do substitution reactions on benzene, okay? So don't just add a nitrile to a benzene ring just by doing a substitution, okay? You can do it on any kind of an alkane. That substitution is possible, but this is a benzene ring, okay? So you cannot do SN2. You're limited to what SN2 reactions you can do on benzene rings, okay? And you can only do two. That's it. Okay, one's for the synthesis of phenol, one's for amides, amines. But that's all you can do. All right. So please don't do this. Okay, over here.